Hi friends, it's Miss Nicole from Moon Township Public Library. I hope you're having a great day today. The sun is shining and the birds are outside chirping. So good old Miss Karen is right here looking out the window watching those birds, my kitty cat. Today we're going to go ahead and read a couple of picture books about crazy tea times. So we've got a few funny creatures sitting down to have a fancy tea time. So I thought that would be a silly, fun story time to have today. So the first story we're going to start with is called Chimpanzees for Tea, and this is one of my all-time favorite picture books. I think it's so much fun and it's so wacky and so crazy, and you guys will catch along to some of the patterns in this book, which makes it really fun. So this story is by Joe Empson. Here's our cover. I love the illustrations. Look how pretty they are. That parrot right there. Here we go. So we will be counting, not necessarily counting, but we will be listing lots and lots of things in this story. So I want you guys to go ahead and try and catch on to the patterns in the list, okay? And go ahead and try to join in when you know what comes up next, all right? Hey, Vincent, this cupboard is looking a bit bare. Can you rush to the shops and get a bunch of carrots, a box of rice, some tasty cheese, a big firm pear, a can of peas, and hurry home in time for tea? Sorry, can't stop, Mr. Singh. I've got to rush to the shops and get a bunch of carrots, a box of rice, some tasty cheese, a big firm pear, and a can of peas, and hurry home in time for tea. But, oh no, the list. Where is it gone? Got blown away. Everybody give me a big whoo. Big breath in and give me a big gust of wind with a whoo. Good job. What was it? A bunch of carrots, a box of rice, some tasty cheese, a big firm pear. Does anybody remember what comes next? A trapeze. And hurry home in time for tea. Vincent, said the man on stilts. Sorry, can't stop, Mr. Small. I've got to rush to the shops and get a bunch of carrots, a box of rice, some tasty cheese. A big furry bear, a trapeze, and hurried home in time for tea. Hey, Vincent. This is this man back here. Everybody go ahead and wave. Wave hello. Sorry, can't stop, Mr. Wood. I've got to rush to the shops and get a bunch of carrots, a box of rice. What comes next, friends? Do you remember? Some chimpanzees, a big furry bear, a trapeze, and hurry home in time for what? Tea. How silly is that? Look at those three chimpanzees. We've got our big furry bear over here. Oh, we've got 5 chimpanzees. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me know if I missed one down below. And here we have our painter there. He's French. And he says, "Tout de suite, Vincent. Sorry, can't stop, Monsieur Bags. I've got to rush to the shops and get a bunch of carrots." What comes next? A bunch of carrots, a box of mice, some chimpanzees, a big furry bear, a trapeze, and hurry home in time for tea, right? Tea time. It's tea time. We're going to tea time. Sorry, can't stop, Mrs. Ray. There's Mrs. Ray right there walking her poodle. She says, "Hello, Vincent." He says I've got to rush to the shops and get. What does he have to get? Go ahead and pause me if you remember the original list and go ahead and list it off. He's got to get a branch of parrots, a box of mice, some chimpanzees, a big furry bear, a trapeze, hurry home, and... Do you remember? What's he got to hurry home and do? Invite them all in for tea. Do you remember that being a part of the list? Some chimpanzees and a branch of parrots, and wow, that's a lot of animals in my house. I don't know. I don't know if it would be. Would you invite a bunch of chimpanzees and a big furry bear into your home for tea? I feel like that might be an interesting day, huh? An interesting afternoon. All right. So we're actually gonna play a little game called. There we go. Tea Master Says. So let's pretend we're all. Let's pretend we're all at a tea party, okay? And we'll call it Miss T Says. All right. So you could be Mr. T or Miss T, okay? And it's gonna be just like Simon Says. So if I say Miss T says stir your tea, I want you to go ahead and do this. If I say Miss T says say thank you, I want you to go thank you. Or if I say Miss T says pour some water, go like that. Pour some water. And if I say Miss T says take a sip, I want you to go ahead and stick your pinkies out and go like that, okay? But if I don't say Miss T says and you do it, you're out. But because we're not all in the same room together, I'm just trusting that you guys go ahead and count yourself out and be honest if you didn't do it. But let's be honest, we're not in person, so you guys can just keep doing it to your heart's content. I just think it's fun anyway, right? But if you have a friend over or you're there with family, go ahead and switch it up. Come up with some fun tea party themed actions for Simon Says and call it Miss or Mr. T Says, okay? And then if you do something without saying Miss T or Mr. T or Tea Master Says, then you're out, okay? All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a few, all right? Miss T says take a sip. Miss T says stir your tea. Miss T says take a bite of your sandwich. Miss T says say thank you. Thank you. Take a bite of your sandwich. Miss T says rub your belly. Miss T says pour some water. Say thank you. Miss T says pat your head and rub your belly. Uh-oh, if you started rubbing your belly, you're out. I tricked you guys. That was a fun, cute little idea for doing Simon Says, but just a little bit different for a day when you want to have a fun, cool tea party with your friends or your family, right? Or your stuffed animals, because that's always fun too. I used to have tea parties with my stuffed animals on days where I didn't have friends over, right? Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and move into our last story for this story time, and this is called The Tiger Who Came to Tea, and it's by Judith Kerr. So we're having all kinds of cool creatures for tea. My favorite tea is a black tea, or even a red tea. Did you guys know there were so many different types of teas? We have red tea, black tea, green tea, white tea. Crazy. We have blends like chai tea, and we have matcha green tea. We have all kinds of teas. I have an entire cabinet filled with tea because I love it so much. And this tiger certainly likes tea too. Okay. Once, there was a little girl called Sophie, and she was having tea with her mummy in the kitchen. And suddenly, there was a ring at the door. Sophie's mummy said, "I wonder who that can be. It can't be the milkman because he came this morning. And it can't be the boy from the grocer because this isn't the day he comes. And it can't be Daddy because he's got his key. We'd better open the door and see." Sophie opened the door and there was a big furry stripy tiger. The tiger said, "Excuse me, but I'm very hungry. Do you think I could have tea with you?" Sophie's mummy said, "Of course, come in." How cute is that tiger sitting upright on that chair? Sophie's mummy said, "Would you like a sandwich?" But the tiger didn't just take one sandwich. He took all the sandwiches on the plate and swallowed them in one big mouthful with an oop. And he still looked hungry, so Sophie passed him the buns. There's Tiger there, eating up all the food. But again, the tiger didn't eat just one bun. He ate all the buns on the dish. And then he ate all the biscuits and all the cake until there was nothing left to eat on the entire table. So Sophie's mummy said, "Would you like a drink?" And the tiger drank all the milk in the milk jug, and then all the tea in the teapot. He's spilling it everywhere. And then he looked around the kitchen to see what else he could find. Oh, that's a curious tiger, huh? He ate all the supper that was cooking in the saucepans and all the food in the fridge. And all the packets and tins in the cupboard. And he drank all the milk and all the orange juice and all Daddy's beer and all the water in the tap. Oh boy. That's one hungry tiger. And then he said, "Thank you for my nice tea. I think I'd better go now." And he went. Everybody say bye-bye, tiger. Wave goodbye. Sophie's mummy said, "I don't know what to do. I've got nothing for Daddy's supper. The tiger has eaten it all." Uh-oh. We're having trouble making food for everyone. And Sophie found she couldn't have her bath because the tiger had drunk all the water in the tap. And then Sophie's daddy came home. So Sophie and her mummy told him what had happened and how the tiger had eaten all the food and drank all the tea. And Sophie's daddy said, "I know what we'll do. I've got a very good idea. We'll put on our coats and go get our cake." So they went out in the dark, and all the street lamps were lit, and all the cars had their lights on, and they walked down the road to a cafe. And they all had a lovely supper with sausages and chips and ice cream. And in the morning, Sophie and her mummy went shopping, and they bought lots more things to eat. And they also bought a very big tin of tiger food, in case the tiger should come to tea again. But he never did. And there he is, playing a trumpet, and it looks like it's saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. So with that, everybody go ahead and wave goodbye to our tiger friend. Goodbye. There he is. I think that was a very silly story. I don't know if I would invite a tiger in for tea. I think I might even just be a little freaked out if a tiger started talking. Have you ever met a talking tiger? I want you guys to go ahead and do a little activity after this. I want you guys to go ahead and draw what creature you would like to invite in for tea. I think it might be kind of cool to have maybe a kangaroo for tea, just because I think they're cute. I don't know if that's a great idea or not. Maybe a sea lion, they're pretty fun. Or maybe even a bunny rabbit, that could be pretty cool. Yeah. So I want you guys to go ahead and draw a picture of some animals that you would like to invite in for tea. Maybe draw them sitting around with their teacups and their dainty little hats if you want to make them some dainty animals, all right, for their tea time, for their afternoon teas. And then go ahead and comment down below which creatures you picked, all right? So I hope you guys enjoyed that fun, silly tea time story time. I know I did, and we'll see you real soon. Bye, guys.